Let's take a look at the previous gadgets that have changed the technology market. First, we have the iPhone, which sparked the smartphone revolution. The first model launched in 2007 and cost a whopping $499. Since the first release, millions of iPhones have been sold and the smartphone industry became one of the largest and most profitable industries in the world. The iPhone also brought the internet to mobile devices. The first model had no 3G internet, but it still had an internet browser with mobile-optimized websites. Another advancement was the iPhone's touchscreen, which made it the first smartphone with that feature. It's interesting to see how technology has changed over the years. Wi-Fi is one of the most popular ways to connect to the internet. It's in our homes, our offices, restaurants, and even libraries. How did Wi-Fi become so popular? It all started in the 1960s and 70s. At the time, there were many different companies that were working on methods for communicating wirelessly. However, most of the methods were not reliable because the signals were easily blocked. Then, a group of researchers led by a man named Dr. J.C.R. Licklider created the idea of having computers communicate through radio waves. This allowed people to communicate with each other wirelessly. The idea was eventually turned into wireless communication we see today. Wi-Fi is one of the most important inventions of the 21st century. For years, people have had to deal with slow internet access and limited amount of data they could use to stream music and videos. But now, thanks to the rise in Wi-Fi, people can get unlimited access to the internet wherever they are. It has transformed the internet into a more interactive and useful medium for people to use. The Internet of Things is the future of consumer technology. For the uninitiated, what this means is that consumer devices and appliances can seamlessly connect and share information with no human interaction. For instance, with Google's Smart Home program, you can control the temperature, lights, and other devices with just a tablet or smartphone. And with Amazon's Echo, you can ask it to play music while you're in another room or turn on the lights. Things are only going to get bigger and better from here. The Internet of Things can be an interconnected network of devices that can share information without being directly controlled by an operator. While this technology has only recently become a reality, the concept of an all-encompassing network of devices has been around for decades. The difference, however, is the number of devices that can actively connect to the Internet. Smartphones and other mobile devices were the first to come onto the market, but the network has only recently become more accessible. The Internet of Things technology is still being developed, but it is expected to have a massive future impact on the way we do business. With the Internet of Things, devices that were once thought to be boring and unconnected can now be used to improve your life. Smart fridges can tell you when food is going to go bad so you can better plan your meals. Smart thermostats can learn your habits and tell your home when it should be warmer or cooler depending on your activity. It's an exciting time to be alive and to be part of the connected world. A voice assistant is a computer program designed to do simple tasks like tell you what the weather is like outside, turn your lights on and off, and even play music. They're gaining more popularity as technology advances, and they're a great alternative to computer and phone screens. You can get ones with different looks and features, and it's easy to set up a voice assistant in your house. Be sure to check out the many features on your voice assistant so you can get the most out of it. The rise of voice assistants in the home and workplace has been huge. They can give you information that you need, such as the weather forecast, play you music, and tell you when to water your garden. If you have a particularly large garden, you can use a voice assistant to tell you how much water the garden needs. You simply tell the assistant how much water you need. It takes a few measurements of the soil via a drip system, whether it's raining and how long it's been raining. The voice assistant then calculates how much water is needed to keep your garden healthy and green. This technology is becoming more advanced with each passing year. Bluetooth has revolutionized the way we communicate with each other. Not only has it allowed us to hold a telephone conversation while keeping both hands on the wheel, it's also allowed us to listen to music throughout our day with small gadgets that can be outfitted with wireless Bluetooth devices. As the technology continues to evolve, we will see a multitude of different devices that we can connect to our Bluetooth devices, creating an even more dynamic communication and entertainment experience. The MP3 format was created to make music more portable. At the time, people had to use CDs to listen to music, but CD players were relatively bulky and fragile. MP3s make it possible to listen to music on small devices like cell phones, tablets, and MP3 players. People can now listen to music anywhere, anytime. The MP3 format also made music downloads and streaming possible. Though it may have started as a way to play music on the go, MP3 technology has been used to help computers process and analyze large sets of data. MP3 technology is also used in mobile devices like smartphones and laptops. Because of the ubiquity of MP3 technology, people listen to music and data from many sources. Music and technology have always had a very close relationship. Before MP3, people would only be able to listen to music on huge stereo systems. But towards the end of the 20th century and into the 21st, MP3 compact discs and portable MP3 players were invented. Not only could these players play music, but they could also hold a large amount of songs, making them very useful for long car rides, or even for people who just like to listen to music wherever they go. If you're a business owner, you've probably already heard of VPNs. For the uninformed, VPNs are networks that encrypt data and allow users to connect remotely for business or multiplayer gaming. It's one of the biggest things in technology for the past several years, but many people still aren't using them. Perhaps you're an employee that doesn't want to use a VPN at work. Perhaps you're someone that's trying to avoid a firewall that's blocking your favorite website. Whatever the reason, VPNs are for everyone. VPN is a secure network that allows users to access the internet via a proxy. The proxy encrypts the internet traffic and connects users to the internet via a different IP address. This different IP address can be located in a different country or even a different city than the user's original IP address. VPN is vital for employees who work remotely. A VPN secures the employee's connection to a corporate network. VPN also helps individuals avoid censorship. Using a VPN, internet users can bypass government controls and freely access information that may have otherwise been unavailable. Virtual private networking, VPN, is a type of technology that allows people to access a private network from a remote location. Both individuals and companies use VPNs. In fact, the only difference between the two is how public the information on the network is. VPNs are often used by corporations to allow the employees to work remotely and to connect to their office network securely. Corporations also use them to avoid censorship laws in certain countries, which can be used to block some sites. VPNs are also useful for individuals as well. For example, if you want to avoid censorship of certain sites in your country, you can get a VPN and access the web as if you were in another country. Cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin are a relatively new phenomenon in the global economy. Created in 2009, Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer currency system that uses cryptography and decentralization to create a digital currency. Its value has fluctuated wildly, from 80 cents to over $1,000. Bitcoins are available for purchase on online exchanges, but the currency remains unregulated, meaning that the volatility in value could potentially swing wildly again. What does this mean for the global economy? How will governments respond to this new technology? As the currency becomes more popular, the potential for fraud and exploitation increases exponentially. Bitcoin is a currency system that was made in 2009 by Satoshi Nakamoto. It is a peer-to-peer computer system that people can use to send money from one person to the next. More and more companies are switching over to using Bitcoins over the US dollar and other forms of currency. Bitcoins have also become an investment vehicle, and some people hold on to them as a long-term investment. The reason that people choose to use Bitcoins is that they are decentralized and anonymous. That is one of the main reasons people choose to use Bitcoins. Bitcoins are transferable, meaning that if I have a Bitcoin, I can send it to someone else without having to ask permission from a third party. Bitcoins are also backed by codes, meaning I can use them to buy and sell things online. It's been rather curious to see how Bitcoin has made such an impact in the financial technology world. A lot of people are still learning about the way this virtual currency works and how it affects the way we handle payments. Cryptography is at the core of it, which is a form of making and breaking codes and data. A blockchain is a global ledger that records every single transaction that happens, creating a permanent historical record. The system uses strong cryptography and a network of users to verify every single transaction. That means it doesn't rely on trust like credit card transactions do. It's not a gimmick or a scam, and it's only going to get more popular in the future. A blockchain is a digital ledger that securely logs transactions. It can be programmed to record not just financial transactions but virtually everything of value. Blockchains use cryptography to keep transactions secure. This process can also work to verify and validate specific information. Not only can it be built into different areas of business, but it can provide a secure online identity. You can think of the blockchain as being a secured digital ledger. It keeps a record of each transaction that takes place in the blockchain. To keep everything secure and safe from tampering, the blockchain is comprised of a chain of blocks. Each block contains the information for the transactions that take place. The information is recorded in a way that makes it almost impossible for anybody to tamper with it. The ledger details all the cryptocurrency transactions that have taken place. It's a history of everything that has been done on that specific blockchain. Each blockchain is unique, but they all work the same way. The ledger is built by a network of computers, which are called nodes. These nodes validate transactions,